A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. Coaches like to say play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, Dave Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
It was one of the most electric games of the college football playoff last season. Ole Miss was dynamic with their quarterback Trinidad Chambliss, and he is back. But can Miami find their quarterback, find that rhythm? They've got one of the most electric players in all of the country. We'll see who has that rhythm offensively to start this game. I'll keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Rebels ready to kick it away first. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They want to run it left here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Third and long coming up. Here's Mensah to throw. A strike downfield.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37. The Hurricanes have this offense rolling. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head, in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Making the adjustment on the play. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his target. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Mensah. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. A pick 6.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown. And get points, that is a disaster for this offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Keeps it moving. It's Pringle. He's past the marker. Got a lot of room to the right. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll test the right side. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Left side is Haas. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Back to throw, it's Chambliss. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Snags it. There he goes. The 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a 1st down at the 12.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Going to the run, it's Lacey. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. DB's right up on the receivers. On play action. Still looking to his right. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in the situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Looking for a man, it's Chambliss. He's going into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And they did tack on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Pringle. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Going to try to get it himself.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. They'll run it. Nice move to keep running. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Here comes the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
2nd and long here. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Turning it on. The 20, 10, touchdown Rebels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how about this signal caller today, man? Just showing you he can do it through the air and now with the legs, showing off the repertoire, showing why he is so hard to defend, and this defense is feeling it early in the football game.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback changing the play. Off play action on first down. Under pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Mensah. The quick out. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped it, and he has to have it. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. That was an entertaining first quarter. Fireworks all over the place, as will be indicated in our first quarter stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looking for a gap. It's Pringle. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
The give to the back. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability, too.
Sees a crease. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. Inside the slippery slide. Found his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. That's his third touchdown of the game and 19 on the season.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with a scintillating 52-yard jaunt to the house. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. To throw, it's Chambliss. Right side, it's Odom. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. That penalty moves the ball into the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Lacey. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Just feeds the running back. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 17 set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lyle. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Offense in a bunch formation. Finds his man on the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Canes moving quickly to the line.
Well, when we talk Miami and their ability to throw it, it all starts and ends with Malachi Toney and what he did on some of the biggest stages a year ago as a true freshman, right? He just had that game-breaking speed. You just want to find ways to get this young player the football because he's a home run waiting to happen. They've got a lot of other talent surrounding him, but he is the focal point of their ability to throw on the run.
And I can't tell you how impressed I was with him. And not just catching the football, not the short stuff, the long stuff, the blocking. Like, the consummate pro. That kid came in as a freshman and looked like he was a 21-year-old veteran. Like, I can't wait to watch his steps to see if he continues to grow and get better. Because the start was at a high level, as in one of the best in all of college football.
And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Selling the fake. Rushes on. Took a shot as he threw. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Throwing, Mensah. Out wide left, it's Vaughn. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're screwed.
Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
All right, let's go return, guys. You've got to do a better job with ball security. You know these coverage unit teams, they got 50-yard runs at you. They're coming in with a big head of steam. You're not making a mess. You've got to have two hands on the ball.
Dropping back, it's Chambliss. Left side is Alexander. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
The defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Out wide right, it's Cook. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Reels it in. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking for space, it's Lacey. Swamped immediately.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking to throw, it's Chambliss. Right side, it's Gill. At the 35, he's loose. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Look out! Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Long way to go on 2nd down. On the ground with the counter. Shakes off the defender.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They give it to him again. Steps his way to a little bit of a pickup. Not enough for the first down as the clock continues to move here late in the half. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Canes are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to squeak through the pile. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Lofton. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's Mensah to throw. He's going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. We begin with New Mexico, taking on the number 21 team, the Boise State Broncos. And it's the Lobos sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. The win puts them a gain over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. Enough to move the chains. Oh, he's got some space. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
And the Rebels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw. It's Chambliss. Finds the tight end. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Alexander. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the Rebels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Tough run here. It's Lacey. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll run this play from the pistol. On the move, it's Pringle. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the...
Oh, he wants it all. Upstairs to make the catch. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Making the adjustment. Quick handoff. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Black 14, black 14. 347 overload. 347 overload.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Finds his tight end. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Hauls it in. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Mensah. Rush right in his face. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Hits the hole. It's Lacey. Crosses the 40. At the 45 on his way. Turns it on down the left side. To the house. Touchdown, Rebels. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his fourth trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. He's changing the play. Throwing, Mensah. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, it's Vaughn. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Drops back on first down. Out wide right, it's Pringle. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you...
Tons of room in the middle. Touchdown, Hurricane. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Getting set for the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. On the move from inside his own 20. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Hits inside. It's Lacey. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Offense gets set for second down. Right back to the well. See some running room. Hey, what about that move to pick up a couple of extra yards? He's down at the 38.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels as their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Sets his feet. It's Chambliss. Keeping his eyes downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline. You.
Lots of running room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Rebels. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 17, set to kick it off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number one beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end.
lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Here's Mensah to throw. Finds his man. Turning it on. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Wants to throw one first. Throws it deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Going with the ground game left.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Back to throw, it's Chambliss. Out wide left, it's Haas. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
The run inside. It's Lacey. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. He's loose. The 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Canes.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. You still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Trying to pick up 7 here on 2nd down from the 20. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Third and 6 yards to go. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Changing the routes with his receivers. Got to make the play on 4th. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
No stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Keep it on the ground. Sees an alley. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Yeah, and they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Rebels! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Mensah. Left side is Vaughn. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Second down to the air. Right side, it's Pringle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Fresh center downs going to the air. They're all over him. And they got him. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. That was hardly a performance worthy of a #1 team in the country, and now they have to look themselves in the mirror and see if they can get this thing right.
Yeah, they got hammered. This was not competitive. This was a bad performance, and the committee watches every single week, and being the #1